Top 15 Most Incredible Ancient Military Weapons. Throughout history, nations have developed incredible military technologies to gain an advantage on the battlefield. These ancient weapons were not only deadly but often ingeniously crafted to inflict maximum damage. Today, we're counting down the 15 most incredible ancient military weapons that shaped the course of history. Prepare to be amazed by the creativity and destruction behind these age-old tools of war. Number 15. Urumi, the whip sword of India. Our journey begins in ancient India, where the urumi, a terrifyingly unique weapon, was wielded by elite warriors. Unlike a traditional sword, the urumi features a flexible blade that behaves like a whip, making it unpredictable and incredibly dangerous in combat. Originating from the Kerala region during the Sangam period, the urumi's blade could stretch up to 66 inches and was made from sharp, flexible steel. This sword-whip combination allowed warriors to strike multiple enemies at once by whipping the blade around in wide arcs. Often, multiple blades were attached to a single hilt, creating a whirlwind of steel that could slice through anything in its path. Masters of the urumi were feared, as they could defeat several enemies at once with this flexible, deadly weapon. Number 14. Falcata, the sword that terrified Rome. Next, we travel to the Iberian Peninsula, home of the formidable falcata. This single-edged sword was renowned for its curved blade, designed to deliver devastating blows with the power of an axe and the precision of a sword. The blade's weight distribution allowed it to penetrate armor and shields, making it a favorite weapon among Iberian warriors. The falcata's hook-shaped handle, often ornately crafted to resemble animals like birds or horses, added to its deadliness and beauty. Even Hannibal, the legendary Carthaginian general, equipped his soldiers with falcatas during the Second Punic War in his attempt to conquer Rome. This powerful weapon remains a symbol of Iberian warfare and craftsmanship. Number 13. Shotel, the curved sword of Ethiopia. From the ancient empires of Ethiopia comes the shotel, a curved sword with a uniquely shaped blade designed to bypass an opponent's shield. The shotel, often referred to as a sickle sword, could reach around defensive barriers to strike at an enemy's exposed areas, such as their kidneys or lungs. Measuring about 40 inches in length, the shotel's design was perfect for the Aksumite and DMT warriors who faced armored foes on the battlefield. Despite its deadly efficiency, the shotel gradually fell out of use as new weapons emerged, but it remains a powerful symbol of Ethiopian military history. Number 12. Macuitl, the obsidian-bladed club of Mesoamerica. As the Spanish conquistadors arrived in Mesoamerica, they encountered a weapon unlike any they had ever seen, the macuitl. Used by the Aztec, Maya, and other indigenous civilizations, the macuitl was a wooden club lined with razor-sharp obsidian blades, a volcanic glass that could decapitate a horse or soldier with a single blow. This weapon, measuring between 35 and 47 inches, was sharp enough to incapacitate enemies without killing them outright, aligning with the Aztec practice of capturing prisoners for ritual sacrifice. The macuitl was a symbol of Aztec ingenuity and their mastery of obsidian, a resource abundant in the region. Number 11. Hwacha Korea's rocket-launching fire cart. In the 1400s, during the Joseon dynasty in Korea, an incredible weapon was invented that combined rockets and arrows into one fearsome machine, the hwacha. This early rocket launcher could fire hundreds of rocket-powered arrows or iron bolts in a single volley, overwhelming enemy troops and fortifications. The hwacha played a pivotal role in defending Korea against Japanese invasions in the 1590s, helping the outnumbered Korean forces repel massive armies with sheer firepower. The device's ability to launch up to 200 arrows at a time changed the course of battles and ensured Korea's survival during one of the most turbulent periods in its history. Number 10. Bagnak, the tiger's claw of India. The bagnak, or tiger's claw, is one of the most fearsome hand-to-hand combat weapons ever devised. Originating in India, this small, easily concealed weapon featured 4 to 5 curved blades that mimicked the deadly claws of a tiger. Worn like a knuckle duster, the bagnak could tear through flesh with ease. It was a favored weapon of assassins, often dipped in poison to ensure a quick kill. Warriors also used it in close-quarters combat, where its size and lethality made it a perfect tool for self-defense. The Bagnak was as dangerous as it was stealthy, with many unsuspecting victims falling to its sharp claws. Number 9. Caltrop, the timeless trap. Some weapons never go out of style, and the caltrop is one such design. Used for over 2,000 years, this simple but effective weapon consisted of sharp spines arranged so that one point was always facing upward. Originally designed to stop advancing cavalry, elephants, and infantry, caltrops were spread across battlefields to injure and slow down enemy forces. Roman legions, medieval knights, and even soldiers in World War II used caltrops to block roads and prevent enemy advances. Today, modern versions are still used to disable vehicles by puncturing tires, proving that sometimes the simplest designs are the most enduring. Number 8. Patu, the crushing club of the Maori. The Patu was a short-handled club used by the Maori of New Zealand. Made from materials like greenstone, whalebone, or hardwood, the Patu was designed for close-quarters combat. Warriors would use the Patu to deliver crushing blows to an opponent's head or body, often aiming for vulnerable spots like the temples or ribs. The weapon's compact size and the wrist strap attached to it allowed warriors to maintain control during battle. The Patu was more than just a weapon. It was a symbol of a warrior's mana or prestige, and was often passed down through generations as a treasured heirloom. Number 7. Archimedes' steam cannon, the power of science. One of the greatest minds of ancient Greece, Archimedes, wasn't just a mathematician. He was also an inventor of war machines. One of his most ingenious creations was the steam cannon, a weapon that used pressurized steam to fire projectiles at enemy ships and fortifications. By heating water inside a metal tube, Archimedes' cannon would build up steam pressure, launching a heavy stone or metal ball with devastating force. This incredible weapon was ahead of its time, and while it's unclear how widely it was used, its concept was later revived during the Renaissance and even World War II for launching bombs. Number 6. Chakram, the deadly throwing disc of India. The chakram is a deadly throwing weapon that originated in ancient India around 2,500 years ago. Shaped like a sharp-edged disc, the chakram could be hurled at enemies from up to 200 feet away, slicing through flesh and armor alike. Because of its lightweight design, multiple chakrams could be thrown in rapid succession, making them an excellent long-range weapon for Indian warriors. The unique design also allowed for finger spinning to build up speed before launching it with precision. Unlike arrows, chakrams were less affected by wind, making them incredibly accurate over long distances. Number 5. Billhook, from farm tool to battlefield weapon. Originally a farming tool, the billhook was adapted into a formidable weapon during medieval times. Soldiers used it for both cutting through enemy armor and hooking riders off their horses. The curved blade could cut through branches, ropes, or even the limbs of an opponent. In the 14th century, English armies often used billmen instead of pikemen, giving them an edge in close-quarters combat. Despite its agricultural origins, the billhook proved to be a versatile and effective weapon on the battlefield. Number 4. Lantern shield, combat in the dark. During the Italian Renaissance, duels often took place at night, presenting a new challenge: how to fight when you can't see your opponent. Enter the lantern shield, a small circular shield with a built-in lantern designed to blind enemies during combat. In addition to the lantern, the shield often had spikes, sword blades, and even gauntlets attached, making it a multifunctional tool of war. Although it's unclear how often it was used in real combat, the lantern shield remains one of the most fascinating inventions of the Renaissance era. Number 3. Chu Ko Nu, the Chinese repeating crossbow. The Chu Ko Nu, or repeating crossbow, was a revolutionary invention from ancient China that allowed soldiers to fire up to 10 bolts in 20 seconds. With a magazine-fed system, this crossbow could be rapidly reloaded, giving defenders a significant advantage during sieges or battles. The Chu Ko Nu was often used to defend fortifications and was especially effective when combined with poison-tipped bolts, ensuring that even minor injuries could be fatal. This fast-firing weapon was far ahead of its time, showcasing China's mastery of military innovation. Number 2. Khopesh, the sickle sword of Egypt. The ancient Egyptians were masters of warfare, and their weapon of choice was the khopesh. This sickle-shaped sword was incredibly versatile, allowing warriors to strike with both the sharp outer blade and the curved inner edge. The khopesh could trap an enemy's weapon or shield, giving the user a significant advantage in close combat. Used by pharaohs and soldiers alike, the khopesh was so symbolic of Egyptian power that it was often buried with rulers, including Tutankhamun. Though the sword fell out of use, its cultural significance endured for centuries. Number 1. Mambil, the multi-bladed weapon of Central Africa. Finally, we arrive in Central Africa, where the mambil ruled the battlefield. This unique weapon was a hybrid between a knife and an axe, with multiple blades arranged to maximize damage. Warriors used the mambil both in close combat and as a throwing weapon, where it would spin through the air, slicing deep into enemies. The mambil was not just a tool of war, it was a symbol of status and power. Warriors carried them into battle, and they were often part of the dowry in marriage negotiations. This iconic weapon remains a testament to the ingenuity and craftsmanship of African warriors. These 15 ancient weapons are more than just relics of the past. They're proof of humanity's endless ingenuity in times of war. Which weapon impressed you the most? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay tuned for more incredible content from the ancient world. Thanks for watching.